Yo, Chaos Zero Nightmare's been out here for a couple of days, and I want to talk about an updated reroll tier list on who you should be prioritizing if you are rerolling, or just if you have characters. I want to talk about who I think has been good, who seems to be performing really well, who seems to be performing bad, and so on, so on. I am currently level 26, free to play. Haven't spent any money. I've cleared all of the chaos maps here on like their highest difficulty or whatever. I think I need to do difficulty 3 of the first map still, but like I cleared, you know, like the trauma difficulty 3 of the highest one, so realistically you can clear the other ones if I haven't cleared them. I've been using Tressa a lot here, and yeah, I just want to talk about, you know, reroll tier list, stuff like that. I'm using Game 8 because I wanted to talk about their little format they have set up. If you don't know, Game 8 is very infamous for their launch tier list of games, because usually they are pretty misinformative, so I just wanted to kind of talk about them and what they are, you know, what they got going on, and then what I would personally recommend here. So first, looking on here at their list, at first look, honestly, doesn't even look that bad, which is kind of crazy. Only thing is, one thing also to keep in mind, this is a reroll tier list. This is all translated, so wordings aren't exactly. This is a reroll tier list that they have here, not like actual like strength or like how much damage each character is doing and stuff like that. So that's why all of the 4 stars are at the bottom while the 5 stars are at the top. Now, in terms of characters that would be at the very, very top here, Haru is good, but she's also the first limited DPS. You have to keep that in mind, right? First limited DPS, they're going to get gapped as the future goes on. If you like Haru, you know, that's all you. She's on banner, you know, you can reroll, see if you try to get her. I, fortunately or unfortunately, got 2 Harus in, back to back, but I don't think I have any plans on playing her. So yeah, it's a little tough, you know. If you're a Haru fan, you know, sorry for you, but you know, I had to say that, you know, just had to let y'all know. Calipe has been absolutely insane. I think Calipe has one of the highest reroll values. Next, they have Orlea at the bottom, but I'd put Orlea at the. I think sustained characters you cannot go wrong with having. Now, the only thing is you do get Mika for free, so if you do have Orlea and you have Mika, right, and you don't end up getting a DPS, then you won't have any damage, right? But realistically, Tressa is a free DPS, and she is insane, and there is no exaggeration on that. Tressa is absolute GOAT. I've been clearing everything with Tressa, as you can see. I haven't even been using my Kayron. I know I have them leveled up and everything, but like, I went and re-cleared most of the stuff I used with Kayron, and I've just been using Tressa with Calipe and Mika and just been destroying everything. So for SS here, I think I would have Calipe, Maiden, and Mika is a 4-star, but if you wanted to reroll to get dupes of her, I don't even think that would be a bad idea, because she is right up on the banner right now with Haru here. I'd be forgetting what they called their banner. Rescue. Yeah. Unironically, re-rolling for Mika dupes wouldn't even be a bad idea, because her dupes are insane. I mean, first dupe adds initiation to your deluge card, which means you will pull it out at the start. Then you have her second one. When she takes stress, she heals for 200% once per turn. That's very good. Then she has an increase of her potential. Potential is, you know, the character's like passive talents and everything. Then we have add retain to source of water and created by the surge card, which means when you're doing your ultimate, you are able to keep these healing cards even if you don't want to use them that turn, which is huge because source of water is what is able to give you your extra AP. So you might not want to get that AP in that turn, so instead you get them on the next turn because they'll be retained, so they'll stay in your deck. Absolutely insane. Just as increase again, and then her 6-1 starts with 2 wave. A lot of people, I'm gonna make a video talking about characters' passives and stuff like that. A lot of people don't know what any of these means, and it is very well granted. It's very well that it makes sense. A lot of characters, they have like a little like bar under them, and they have like that's actually what a lot of the things I think a lot of people are confused on is referencing. Like her wave, for example, when she gets 3 wave, it'll show up under her little health bar, and when she gets 3 wave, she gets a free action point, which is kind of like an action forward, but there's no speed in this game, so I'm not 100% sure how it fully works in combat, but I know it helps boost her up in battle. I kind of went on a little Mika tangent there, but anyways, back to the video here. Hugo, very solid ranger DPS. He can stack up a lot of damage with his hunting stacks. There also is the 4-star version of Hugo, I guess, which would technically be like Selena. And then there's also they ever named a Lenore in here. They could be Lenore, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. Any goats played that game? That game is so good. Anyways, Hugo and Renoa. I said, let's say Renor. They are very, very, very solid range DPS. Realistically, I would have this as, I think Kayron is insane though. I'm not gonna lie. I think Kayron, Kalipe, Maiden could be at the top. And then tier 2, or also with Mika as well. Don't forget about Mika. They have her named as Phosphorus. That is not her name in the game. Her name is like Rin or something, I'm pretty sure, no? But that is not the right thing. Her name is, bro. This game's UI, you know, it's a little agent collection. Here we go. Agent collection. I'm pretty sure her name is just Rin. Yeah, her name is just Rin. Rin is an attack type character who stacks up her Miss Blade art, and then when she does her ultimate, she kind of just like pops all of them and does like more hits of damage, which is pretty nice. Probably gonna go crazy late game once we get crit, and you can actually crit on all those extra hits. But for right now, highest reroll targets, I would say Kalipe, Maiden, Kayron, and then if you're going for the rate up DPS, she is good. She does insane single target. She can also do a lot of AoE, but she's very AP hungry. I do think if you pair her with someone like Kalipe, could be a very strong pairing because Kalipe procs based on 2+ cost cards, and Hall of Haru's cards are 2 or more cost, so very strong with her. They also have Magna down here, but I don't even think Magna is bad. She's pretty good. I think just Kalipe is better than Magna, unfortunately. You know, they're both tanks, but Magna does have the, she is a different type of tank on how she tanks her damage compared to Kalipe. Kalipe spawns in like a million shields. Let me refresh my memory on Magna's kit here. Magna for her tanking, if I can find her, I can't even. Also, crazy that the maintenance lets me actually see the cards of the characters. I haven't been able to see the cards of the characters since the start of the game. When I logged in today and the maintenance is finished, I was finally able to see all of the cards for the first time. I was like, it's like someone added glasses to my glasses, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what Magna does is she does more counterattacks for her damage, and she does crystallization. If you don't know what crystallization is, it's pretty much like shield generation. And she does more counterattacks than Kalipe does. Kalipe doesn't have a lot of base counterattacks unless you get extra counterattack cards, but Magna has a ton, as you can see. She has like 3 free counterattack cards. She has her ultimate, she has her ice wall, and she has her fragment as well. So I wouldn't even put Magna down below this far. I'd still put Magna still in tier, I guess, S. They have SSS. I would have highest priority and then like secondary priority realistically. So that's what I would have in my opinion. So finally, to wrap it all up. Oh, I didn't talk about Maiden. Why Maiden is very good is she is very low cost to do all of her damage. So she's a character that is basic attack based, right? And she's able to increase her basic attack damage from her cards that are extremely low cost to do just a lot of damage. And she just can increase her damage like bam, 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 bam. She just keeps ramping up damage. She does insane single target damage. She has no AoE though. That is something you want to keep in mind. She does not have a lot of AoE. You could get some AoE cards throughout a lucky run. Obviously, you know, some neutral cards or some support cards. But her herself, she's a very high single target damage, and AoE, she don't got it. But that's why she's very good. Yeah, pretty much talked about everyone here. Like I've been saying though, I've been using Tressa. She's insane. Also, just to talk about all the 4-stars, Luke is a crit scaler. We won't be able to use him until later game. Ray is a very good support. Selena is a ranger, but if you get one of the other rangers, probably perform better unless you just like her better. Realistically, there's no like terrible characters to get right now. I think all of the characters, since this is a roguelike game, you can make all the characters strong, but obviously some characters have a stronger base that you're making them stronger from, right? So yeah. Anyways, let me finalize my thoughts here. Let me take this. Let's go into you know, classic paint here. Paste this in here, and I'll give you guys my finalized list on what I think for all of the characters here. So Orlais, I don't know why they have her on the bottom here. I would not have her on the bottom. I would move her up here into, let's call these, you know, high prio, and then lower prio, right? Because these are 5 stars. We're going to change this font size a little bit, you know. Font size a little bit too big there, a little bit too big. Okay, and we're going to move this bad boy over here. Oh, yo. I don't know why this junk is not good. I can't stand paint. It's so scuffed. I should just open up a GIMP file. Bear with me here, bear with me here. Let me just write this on here. Let me just write this on here. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna have high prio, low prio. Okay, and so we're gonna go here. Mika, getting dupes of her, high prio. Kayron does good single target and AoE damage. I would put him up here as well. We're like move him up like a little bit. Imagine Kayron is in high prio. Okay, Rin can stay down here. Okay, Hugo, Maribel, Orlais, very good. Magna, I don't know why they have her all the way down here. It's not her name in game. What's her name in game? Oh, it is her name in game. I thought they changed it a little bit. Some of them had to change. Like I was saying, if you end up, Tressa's not rate up, but Tressa is very good. If you could somehow get just the existence of Tressa dupes are very good, just to keep in mind. And what else? Maribel, Orlais, Renoa, Veronica, Magna, Kayron, Maiden, Kalipe, Haru. Yep. All right, so this is how I'd put it. High prio, Haru, Kalipe, Maiden, Mika, and Kayron. Haru, like I said, she's the first stand-up rate-up character. She's good now, but she's probably going to fall off later, realistically. She's also I don't think she's that good early game, I'm not gonna lie. We probably have to wait until we get gear sets and stuff. A lot of people, if you're re-rolling, right, you're not gonna be at level 25. You end up getting gear eventually in this game, which is kind of a wake-up call for me, because I was enjoying this game so much, I was like, holy, this is like almost not a gacha. And then I got the gear sets. Simulation, and then we go into memory fragments. I got the gear sets. They have a 2-piece, 4-piece. I was like, oh no, they added gear sets. I don't know what the end game of this game is gonna look like, but they did end up adding gear sets. You get like a couple of free ones from the like running the chaos areas. So I have one on. I have like a full set on my Tressa, but yeah, unimportant. Like I said, Haru, Kalipe, Maiden, Mika, and Kayron is going to be highest priority in my opinion, and then lower priority, but still very good, is going to be Rin, Hugo, Maribel, Orlais, Renoa, Veronica, and Tressa dupes are very good, but she's not on rate up, so you know it'd be RNG to get them. That's about it. Hope this helps you. If you have any questions, because this video, I know it's a little scattered all over the place, my thoughts and all that, you know, comment down below. I'll try to reply to everyone's comment, and hope you guys enjoy.